Okay. Firstly, thank you, Robert, for inviting me. And I had to thank the background. I worked at Workventures is a non-profit. So the reason I'm here is, we're a barrier in their life. In fact, we think computers and technology should be a solution to try and help people, overcome their problems. Whether that's accessing services, training for new jobs, searching for jobs, all those sorts of things. Computers can help. You guys are obviously way beyond that, but there's still a significant proportion of the community that still don't have access to computers. Something like 17% of households still don't have a computer in them, and a bigger number, maybe 20%, don't have access to the internet, which is surprising for me, given I've used desktops and laptops and things for 20 years. And you guys. So CompuSkills was the big thing that really turned Workventures into using technology. Sadly, over those 20 plus years, we haven't really grown our profile in the technology industry for people like you guys, for vendors and others to support what we're doing, with the exception of Microsoft. So Microsoft have given us millions of dollars of grants over the years. They've given us millions of dollars in donations of software. Microsoft. So let me tell you a bit about what we do, and then I'll talk about perhaps ways that you can help us. Essentially, sorry, there's a lot of info there, but essentially in Workventures we've got 5 programs. And some of them vary from being very much social programs to being very much commercial programs. And so we work very closely with Centrelink to promote what we do around Australia. And over that time, we've sold about 38,000 computers. We did over 6,000 computers last year through our program, so it's a fairly significant program. For nearly everyone that we sell to, it's their first computer. When the program started 10 years ago, they thought, wouldn't it be great if we could get 40,000 computers a year? That would be enough. Over a few years, that'd be enough to get everyone in Australia, a computer that they could afford. We've only done 40,000 over 10 years. We're a bit behind that, but it's still a significant program, and by far the biggest of its type in Australia. We have our social programs. So we have a program that focuses on training Aboriginal youth, and so they go around the country, both in city sites as well as rural and remote sites, training people how to use a computer. And more than that, they teach people, we basically take a computer out, teach them how to pull it apart and put it back together. Because, as I said, some people are very remote, and so there's no one like you guys to help them if their computer breaks down. So we teach them maintenance skills as well as how to use it. We have a program called iConnect, which is a mentoring program trying to keep Indigenous kids in school. We have a traineeship program. So this is our only program that's not related to technology. We're effectively like a recruitment agency almost, and a TAFE sort of wrapped into one. So for your business, if you wanted to hire like a new receptionist, a new junior admin person, a new junior accounts person, we go out and find unemployed people who are looking for their first step in their career. We find host employers, like yourselves, who may want to take, looking for someone to, for their business, and we try and match them up. Again, there's opportunities if you guys are interested in giving back to the community to come and help and do some volunteering in those places, teach people basics of computers, or even in the community centres, teaching people, interview skills and mock interviews, helping them with resumes, that sort of stuff. There's opportunities where you can help if you're interested.
We start talking about some of Trend Micro's cloud solutions for small business. It's a product overview, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. If you're interested in any of the products that we've got out there, I can come in next time and do a demo rather than show you slides. I've actually put in an agenda, and I'm hoping this works. These are the topics. Cloud solution for small business overview, explaining to you that there's not just worry-free out there. We've got other products that can help you do some more sales. We'll talk about worry-free business security services, SafeSync for small business in a recap. Most of you all know these 2 products, but we're going to go into a recap, making sure that you still understand the product. If you've got questions about the product, you can throw them out there while I'm presenting, or you can wait later and I'll answer them for you. I talked about worry-free just before. Most of you all know the product. You understand the standard edition, you understand the advanced edition. For those who don't know it, I'm more than happy to come out and talk to you about the products at a technical level. Okay. But Trend has come out and believes that there's some sort of cycle of product knowledge that can be distributed across to all the resellers. One is virtualization. We're seeing a big hype about it. It's been around for so long, all right? And now people are taking it and going with it, whether it's from a VMware perspective, Hyper-V, or even Citrix environments. Worry-free security services. How many of you are distributing, or how many of you, again, let's show our hands, is deploying Trend? Okay. Out of those guys that have put their hands up, how many of you are distributing worry-free business security services? You guys find a benefit out of this? You guys can tell me yes or no, maybe. Yep. In what situation? Sorry, in which situation? Thank you. Well, smaller footprint on the server, that's right, because it's only an agent that's holding, that's looking after it. It's designed to protect not just the SBS servers, but all your clients out there as well. We've made it the ability to, as I said earlier, if you've got customers that don't want to burden a server or they don't have an extra server to apply an AV solution, then you can always rely on Trend Micro. As I said, all they need to do is register with us. We give them a link. We do all the backend. We look after the server. We look after the hot fixes for that product, making sure that they're always up to date. All you need to concentrate is deployment of the agent and making sure those agents are getting their updates from the actual server. Okay. Its features. Okay, let's go through them just one at a time. Hosted management server, no on-site server. All you get is a management console with all the listings of the configurations, the machines listings. And all you need to do is concentrate on the configuration that you're going to apply to that machine. It gets deployed. Protects your files, servers, your desktops. You've got real-time protection. You've got web threats. So you're using Trend Micro's cloud solution, web reputation. You've got URL filtering still into the actual product. So nothing's changed. The only thing that is we're looking after it. All right. Behavior monitoring, USB storage, URL filtering, as I mentioned, and reporting and email alerts are still the same. But the good thing about this is I could be anywhere, whether I'm at home, at the airport, hotel, as long as I've got internet connectivity. I'm using the Trend Micro Smart Scanning technology in the cloud. Remember we talked about this, I don't know if you remember this, and I'll just reiterate a bit. When it comes to smart scanning, we're using 20% of the panel file on the workstation and leaving 80% of it back onto the server. Now, why we're using the cloud? Fantastic. Even though we've got 20% on the actual workstation or laptop or server, we'll still protect it 100% in the cloud. SafeSync for small business is one of them, and we've got SafeSync for consumer. Okay, SafeSync for consumer. The difference between the two is that with SafeSync for small business or for business, you have a team folder management, which means that you're able to share your data among your colleagues internally or with other vendors, provided that they've got a same account. Now, SafeSync for consumer is just the ability of sharing folders and sending out a link to your colleagues, to your friend, and say, hey, download these photos. You've got so-and-so time limit and a password to put on there as well, if you don't want people to know the link by accident. Enables your business to easily and securely access and share your data. Don't think of this as a backup solution, okay? Please, even though it might say that, I try to avoid that word. And for those, like I spoke last time, is, for example, Amazon. Amazon had the same problem, where they told everybody, let's back up our data into the cloud. And because everybody backed up their data and no one actually stored stuff locally, funny enough, Amazon servers crashed. And to retrieve the data was hard. Okay, and anyone that read that article would be shocked, because a lot of people would say, but I don't have a copy anymore. It was up there, I've lost it. Trend's different in that sense. We'll go through that quickly. We like to share your data. You can access it anywhere from any device, whether it's your tablet, your iPhones, your Android phones, your Android tablets. We've got an apps for them for you to share anything. So you can copy something from your laptop to the cloud, and then you'll be driving or you'll be out with your friends, and you want to show them photos. All you need to do is go into SafeSync, select the file, it will cache it onto your phone, and you're able to view it. Okay? How does it work? We can sync and protect, store and manage. You can access it, as I said earlier, anywhere, and you can share it by simply right-clicking on the folder and share the folder. Then send out the link to the person that you want them to see that data that you've got out there. I hope I made sense on that. And how are we different from the others? We look after the data center. Okay, so we've got dedicated engineers that will go out and look after the data center. So if anything needs to be fine-tuned, patches, updates, we look after it and we're responsible for it. So we don't rely on third-party engineers to come in. And the chances of having a leak would be very minimal. Okay? We've got surveillance on it as well, 24/7. We're using 256-bit encryption. We're running Tremicro's AV. And we store 2 copies of the data somewhere else. Okay, so you're looking at a SafeSync server and you're uploading your data. There's 2 other servers sitting in the background backing it up.